Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today I thought I would talk about the Star Citizen monthly report for October 2020. You can find this on the RSI website. That's robertspaceindustriescom/comlink/ it's on the front page. You don't have to go through all that. You will definitely be able to see it and read it. Now, a lot of times it's in a long format. I'm probably going to try to cut this down just a little bit so that you guys, you don't have to go through all the monotony of, reading everything. I mean, I still recommend that you do it if you're interested in that, what they've been up to the last month. Now, keep in mind, this was what happened in October. It's not what happened here in November. So, or what's going to happen in November. So let's get into it. So first up, let's talk about AI combat. So they've completed the first pass of AI combat or first pass of surrender behavior in AI combat. So they are working on surrender mechanics. You know, this was supposed to be in 3.11. It got bumped back to 3.12. It was supposed to be in 3.10. It's been bumped back a few times. So they've had some other priorities that they've been dealing with. But I think they are using some of this for Squadron 42 as well. So, yeah, they've already completed a first pass on the surrender behavior. You know, there's going to be several other passes because it'll probably need a few passes. And then they began implementing support for character traits. So, your AI gunners and whatnot and pilots, they're all going to have different traits that are going to, stand out. So, they may be an elite gunner or an ace pilot, or maybe they're just a rookie. And they are going to behave based off of those character traits. So, yeah, that's good news. Something to look forward to, and it definitely means that they'll be putting that in Squadron 42 as well. AI ships. They are iterating on missile targeting. So, how do the AI use the missile targeting systems? What all goes into when an enemy ship targets you, when a enemy NPC targets you. Then they also have talked about capital ship combat improvement for longer range combat. So this is also going to be pretty pivotal for that Idris that we will see, coming up in 3.12 if you are high enough crime stat and around some of the rest stop areas. And yeah, if you got a high enough crime stat with a bunch of people with high enough crime stat, and Idris will show up, and I guess it'll actually engage from quite a bit, pretty far range. Then we have the AI environment. So they've now put refinery decks in final polish. That's fantastic news. So those are right on schedule. They are adding gas clouds to the Lagrange points. Also, good news because it'll make space scenery a little prettier. They are on final art for ship-to-station docking in the lobbies and exteriors. So they're a long ways on this ship-to-station docking stuff. That's great news because they really didn't talk about it until, well, a couple patches or a patch ago, really. So it sounds to me like this may sneak into 3.12 or 3.13. Or 4.0, whatever it's going to be called. That's great news. We may end up seeing some bigger ships or getting to use some of our bigger ships. They started pre-production work for new colonialism ground base archetypes. So we've talked a lot about the outposts that they have concepted, and now they're actually starting to work on putting those together so they can put them in engine and see how they are working in engine. Work on Orison has continued, so that's Crusader, the landing zone in Crusader. That's expected. You'd think they'd be further along, but they had some stuff come up, so I'm sure some of that work got pushed back. They finalized art for Pyro's celestial bodies, so they're a long ways into Pyro. I'm sure they could actually release it before the end of the year. Are they going to? No. I think they're going to wait till iCache and server meshing, so it'll probably be mid-year next year. So 4.0 won't be until, summer. Art ships. Crusader Hercules exterior in final art. It's been completed, actually. And engineering and bridge is in final art. So they are quite a ways on the Hercules. I really hope to see this thing before the end of the year, but my guess is it'll be out the first patch of the new year. Shader created for the Asperia Talon is ready for implementation, as is the missile system. So I guess maybe the Shrike is going to be set up, ready to go with the missiles. That's going to be cool. Crusader Mercury Starrunner continued polishing, and in finishing, they're finishing the several parts. So we know that the Starrunner has now been completed, really. We're just waiting until the IAE for them to, you know, bomb us with it, to put it out there for everybody to see in all its glory. They are iterating on ship and weapon effects, missiles, and shield impact effects. I don't know exactly if that's for the system later down the road when they have the more physicalized shields and armor, or if that's just for the current setup of things. Are they going to have to redo it? I mean, is this kind of a waste? What's going on with that? Characters. So 2 new armor sets have been targeted for 2021, and subscriber flare items are planned for release soon. 3 sets of armor further developed that will support mining and bounty hunting gameplay, and they are very cool. Definitely check the article out to get that picture. I would throw it in this video, but well, it would ruin the continuity of the video. I mean, I just had a Drake Caterpillar dogfight yesterday, and now we're doing the 890 jump mission with some really interesting bugs. But yeah, that armor's pretty cool, at least for the concept of it. You can definitely check that out in the article itself. For engineering, atmospheres, clouds, and Ray Marcher possibly coming to the next PU release. So that's very interesting. Volumetric soft body deformation rendering prototype is in the works. Research into improving the setup of vegetation touch bending. Very neat. I mean, they're looking at how you walk past and it bends, you know, a tree limb or something. That would be really cool. And it's kind of needed for more immersion, right? As I fall through the floor here. Features. Gameplay. New reputation system is in the works. So a lot of people have been looking forward to that reputation system because, you know, you may want to be good with the Ninetales, but not, you know, but you might also want to be good with the advocacy. Can you do both? Who knows? Chances are probably not, because advocacy will hunt you down if you are even good with the Ninetales, most likely. I don't know why you couldn't do it secretly. Should be able to. That would be a function of the game, I would think. Is, hey, you can have friends of all walks of society. You know, as long as you're not caught doing something bad, the advocacy wouldn't chase after you. Maybe. I don't know. Work on 2 new MobiGlass apps: the Asset Manager, which involves physical inventories, and the Mission Manager. And they are reworking ship restocking, so that could be interesting. Features vehicles developing on unifying IFCS with movement-heavy systems like players and missiles. And they have Parasite Docking UI that has been finished. They're working through minor tasks to push the feature to finished. So, Parasite Docking, that is your Merlin or your Archimedes docking with the Connies. That's the first iteration. This guy is upside down, stuck in the floor, so I can't get my final kill. So yeah, that's the next iteration, and the next iteration might be ship-to-ship docking, where you have 2 Connies trying to dock, or a Connie and a Starfarer. So we're definitely getting headed in the right right direction, let's say. Sorry, I learned to talk yesterday. Tech animation. Heavily upgrading the head assets in character pipeline, and they began overhauling combat animations to remove glitches. Glitches? Star Citizen? No. Never heard of such a thing. Yeah, so that is pretty much a quick, and I do mean quick, rundown on the Star Citizen Monthly Report for October 2020. And I did see today where Star Citizen Leaks said that the Nomad has a 70-30 probability that it is a fighter and not a refinery ship. Of course, with the name Nomad, I still think that it may be an explorer. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about the October, monthly report here for Star Citizen. What part of it stands out the most for you? I can tell you the, which is going to be funny probably to some people, but the one that I'm most excited about on this whole thing, okay, I have two that I'm really excited about. The Hercules, going through some final art stuff on a lot of it, that excites me. And the docking, so both the ship-to-station docking and Parasite Docking. Both of those are great news to me, and I'm definitely looking forward to both those aspects of the game. But that's it for this episode of my video and of Star Citizen Monthly Report. I don't do a lot of these monthly reports because they can be quite long-winded and probably boring to some people. Let me know if you like the monthly reports done like this, or, you know, maybe just don't want them at all. Again, thank you so much to everybody who's been watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all my Patreon and YouTube members. Again, you guys really have helped me out over the last few months, and I can't say thank you enough. If you want to join that group, you can do that in the description of this video. Also, you can join my org Texas. That is going to be in the description of the video as well. And if you are new to the game or haven't started the game but you're interested in getting in, you can use my referral code down below in the description as well. And that will get you 5,000 bonus credits, and you'll be in the game. So you'll have starting credits for the game. That will help you out a lot. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.